Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 23 May 2022, coming to you with the latest in my series of US-made knife reviews in conjunction with Knives Ship Free, the best place to buy knives, period. Speaking of that catchphrase, that slogan, yesterday, the 22nd, was the 4th anniversary of the passing of my dear friend and Christian brother, founder of Knives Ship Free, Derek Bone. We miss him dearly, and we are absolutely thrilled to see his legacy being carried on so well by Jay Rao and the crew at Knives Ship Free. So Jay and I conceived this little project of US-made knife reviews, and this is a video that comes with a paid endorsement. So there will be the box checked in the YouTube video sub-layer, and it is a paid promotion video. Speaking of that, I have no responsibility to do anything with these knives once I receive them except do a video. And Jay has encouraged me to be completely objective, and I try to do that. So I make no promises, nor were any promises asked for about the content of these reviews. There will be an affiliate link at Knives Ship Free associated with this video. That means in the description there will be a link for you to click that will take you to the Axial Knives page at Knives Ship Free. And it's going to have all the varieties of this model we're reviewing tonight, which is the Axial Shift OTF automatic in tan anodized aluminum. Version 2 with the CPM 20 CV blade and a stonewashed Wharncliffe blade. And it's a pretty solid effort, I think. And if you use that affiliate link to click on and purchase this knife, or really any other knife for a couple weeks after you use that affiliate link, there will be a little change in the pocket of the TheApostleP channel because of that affiliation. Okay? So let's get into the knife, shall we? First, the packaging and merchandising are pretty impressive, so let's go over that. It comes in the flip-top box with a closed cell foam insert, very nicely done. Caution, sharp edge, we'll get into that too. And then the knife is going to come in an inner sort of micro suede pouch with a drawstring. And then you've got, let's see, this little card, the Axial Quality Control Certificate, inspected materials, chassis, blade, internals, assembly, extreme tolerances, wicked sharp, kick A action. This was inspected on April 27th by, it looks like MB. And then on the back of the card, they do a really, let's just say, passionate job at merchandising their stuff. And you guys can read this card. And I'll get into why this is a little ironic as the video goes on. So you get that card. You get the Axial User Care Manual, which is kind of interesting. It tells how to clean, maintain, lubricate your knife. You get this Welcome to the Fam card, signed by, what the heck's the guy's name? I can't read it. The Axial CEO, CB. Okay, and then on the back, unprecedented innovation, precision, and performance. A couple stickers. One of them says, stay sharp, and another one, made in USA. So that's a lot of stuff in the box, which I find interesting. Here's why. Before I get into the specifics of the knife, I'm going to tell you a little bit about their warranty policy, and it's very, very detailed and very complete and comprehensive, you might even say. And like other premium knife companies, there's a form that you print off online, and you put all your pertinent info and what you'd like done, and they'll sharpen it for you. They'll inspect, clean, lubricate it inside, and for the Return postage price of $10. All that stuff is included with the warranty, and I think it's kind of a lifetime deal. There's only one problem. Also on the website is a disclaimer, or I guess a list of conditions that you must meet in order for them to mail back your knife. There are 5 criteria specified by federal law that make you able to have the knife mailed to you or shipped to you. So I'm not sure. I don't know how that works, but when you look at all the stuff you get with this knife, this is a retail knife. It's absolutely a retail knife. And now we have, 38 states, I think, that allow you to own and carry out the front automatics or even side folding automatics. So I'm not sure if you send your knife to them for warranty and you don't live in Utah, aren't a military procurement officer in active duty military and some other stuff, I don't know if you're going to get it back. But the warranty is very good. Take that with a grain of salt. I suppose you could send it to Jay at Knife Ship Free and have them mail it in for warranty. I don't know. Probably. Or maybe there's a wink and a nod thing where you just check a box that certifies that you are somebody you might not be. I don't know. Enough about that. Let's get to the knife. So what we got here is an absolute competitor to Microtech. Obviously benchmarked to the Ultratech. Wouldn't you say by its handle shape? I would. Here's what you got. Handle material. 6061 T6 aircraft grade aluminum. Hard anodized in a beautiful tan. Also available in the Axial Shift Wharncliffe version 2, which is this knife. Colorways are red, OD green, blue, black. The blade, CPM 20 CV, says the laser etch, beautifully stonewashed. Also available in DLC coating, and also available in a pretty smart looking clip point and a double-edged dagger. Okay. The pocket clip on the version 2, which this knife is a stamped titanium spring clip that is reversible by a very clever mechanism, I think. Very simple, very easy. And us lefties, thank you. We lefties, thank you. Now, the version 1 of this knife was an S35VN, and it did not have a reversible clip. You had to choose left or right hand pocket clip. But in the version 2, just switch it. No big deal. It is a double action out the front automatic by use of a spring-loaded slide button. Action is, I'm going to say, medium firm, and it is super positive. Great texture on that sliding button. You will not wear your thumb out doing this for an entire viewing of Reacher. Reliability is 100%. The blade play at lockout, I'm going to say, is in line with industry standard. It ain't a deadlock, but it's about as good as a Microtech and most Benchmade's. You just expect a little play in an OTF out the front knife. Blade length in the 20 CV blade, 3.3 inches. Handle length, 4.95. So not super efficient blade to handle ratio, but not horrible either. OTFs don't excel in that category. Between the texture, the milled texture on the deployment button, and then this sort of almost recessed but still tactile milling, you get great purchase on this knife. And then that hard anodizing has kind of a chalky texture as well. Beautifully chamfered corners. And you can see that chamfer gets narrower and wider as it follows the organic curves of the handle. And the handle is quite comfortable in hand. Great in the saber grip. Great in the overhand pinch grip. Great in the hammer grip. Great in the draw cut. The vertical draw cut, pretty doggone comfortable. No hot spots. Nice little chamfered corner here. Very nice, almost coffin-esque at the back. Blade thickness is 1/8 of an inch, 125 thousandths. Handle thickness, 453.453. Weight, 3.5 ounces. Not bad. Now here's where it gets a little problematic. Notice a very low saber grind on a blade that's not very broad. So the angle of attack is a little tough for slicing, right? Thickness behind the edge, 40 thousandths. Some people would say, well, that's good. That makes it robust. I would say it makes it a poor slicer. But what the heck? You've got a nice pointy tip. You're still going to be able to part stuff, right? I don't know what angle is the factory edge, but we're going to find out. As far as sharpness from the factory, it's not good. Not good. Let's see. Let's try to cut a piece of limp catalog paper. See, it's pretty good in one spot, back here at the base. But right through here, there is a pretty mega roll. And it basically won't cut anything. So, you know, quality of the factory edge, a little disappointing given this, right? What does it say? Wicked sharp. If wicked means not very, then I'll give you that. So, I don't know. Benchmatey on the edge quality from the factory. Not as good as any Spyderco and not as good as most Microtechs. That roll is obvious. Not sure why. But we're going to put it through its paces on the old Edge Pro Professional. And it's going to have to be a very obtuse angle when I do sharpen this, I have to say. Because it's 40 thousandths thick behind the edge. If you like sort of thickish, chunky-ish splitting blades, this is a good one. If you like, if you like thinly ground Spydercos, this is probably not the knife for you. A little wedgier than a 940 Benchmade even. But in 20 CV, it's going to hold that edge as well as you can put it on it for a very long time. Quality of the finishing, the machining is excellent. Beautiful speckly stonewash. Beautiful milled flutes in the flat portion of the blade. Gorgeous milling on the aluminum, and the hard anodizing is superb. Very, very well made. Price on these at Knife Ship Free and other retailers who carry them is $229, no matter which color you get. Right now, the only ones in stock are the Stonewash Wharncliffes. No clip points or daggers in stock and no DLC. But I'd probably like to have a Stonewash clip point. But gosh, many of you just dig the Wharncliffe. And this is kind of a nicely stylized Wharncliffe. And the construction, I gotta say, is very impressive. The milling, the way that it's fastened together, looks like those are, let's see, what are they? I'm thinking they're T8s. And I'd be wrong, they're T6s. Let's see. They are indeed T6s. So, if you're very ambitious and you want to get into this thing yourself, you don't need to spend $80 on a tool from Microtech. So I'm going to excuse myself for a few minutes. I'm going to go put an edge on this thing, and then we'll come back and see how she cuts with an ApostleP edge. Be back in a few, guys. See you soon. Okay, guys, we are back. Let's take a look at the end result here. I sharpened this at 21 degrees per side, which is just about exactly what the factory edge bevel was. Sharpened to 1100 grit on diamond and then strapped to 2 micron. So we've got very wedgy geometry. And I got to say, other than the roll, the geometry of the factory sharpening was pretty consistent. Both sides were like dead on 21 degrees, which is about as acute as you want to go when you have a blade that thick behind the edge. You can see, not exactly a skinny edge bevel at 21 degrees, but not garishly wide either. And let's see how it cuts. You have to really get your angle of attack right when you have a blade this thick. And we're not even going to try to push cut at 21 degrees, but it's sharp. It's as sharp as you're going to get it for the geometry of the blade. So all in all, you know, I guess I'm going to sort of retract what I said. I guess you can miss a roll, but it's kind of sad that, you know, somebody actually checked a box. Wicked sharp, because I thought the roll was kind of obvious. Like, yeah, anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to cross out wicked, and we're going to put TAP sharp, and I'm going to initial it. Now it's sharp. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about final thoughts. Is it a good OTF EDC in those 30-something states that you can actually own and carry such a thing? Yeah, I'm going to say it is. It is a robust, wedgy Wharncliffe, but it'll open your mail. It'll cut your boxes. It might even part the ribs and flesh of a bad guy in a pinch. And I don't think you have to worry whether it's going to lock out when you open it. Construction and materials, super solid. Love the clip. Love that it's reversible. Ergos are super solid for an OTF. Not all of them are. Like, you don't have to reposition your hand to retract. It's just in a natural position for both movements of the blade. So, you know, mechanically, the design is good. The engineering is solid. From a bladesmithing standpoint, I think it's a little wedgy for my taste. Blade geometry could be a little better. But is it a worthy contender to the Microtechs and the Benchmades of the world, especially at the price point of $229 in 2022 dollars? I think it is. And it's a new knife manufacturer based in manufacturing in the good old US of A. So bravo, Axial. I look forward to seeing what these guys come up with next. And as I said at the beginning, if you guys are interested in this knife or any of the Axial knives, there will be a link to the Axial Knives page at knivesshipfree.com in my description. That is an affiliate link. So if you use it to buy something, I get paid a little bit. And by the way, Knife Ship Free is the best place to buy knives. Period. That's all for this one, guys. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember the word. And this Axial Shift are sharp. Talk to you soon.